Hi, boys and girls. I'm not sure if you recognize me, but let me take my mask off. Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Tatro, and I'm here back at school. You saw me with a mask on, and that's probably something that you might be seeing as you go out to the store, or perhaps as you're out in the neighborhood. You might see mom and dad wearing it. Maybe you've even worn a mask. That's something that you're probably going to see for a while now. And the mask isn't to scare anybody, and it shouldn't feel scary. The mask is there to help us prevent the spread of germs from our mouth and our nose when we cough, when we sneeze, and when we breathe. So on top of wearing a mask, I hope that you are all practicing those really good hand washing skills. That's really, really important with what's going on in our world. And again, not to be afraid, but we need to find ways that we can best prevent the spread of germs. So today, as I said, I'm at school. It's a beautiful day, and guess what? Some of your teachers are here too. We are starting to have them come in just gradually. They have masks on too. They're washing their hands a lot, and they're practicing what we call social distancing. You may have been hearing about that too, and it's staying 6 feet away from other people, again, just so we don't spread germs. So teachers are in here. They're doing some cleaning, so then we can get classrooms ready again for school to open in the fall. So it's a beautiful day today. I hope you are out and about and enjoying some walks or runs or jump roping or bike riding, doing something fun. And it looks like we're getting closer to summertime weather. So hopefully that involves pools and splashing and sprinklers and all those fun kind of things. Next week, we are going to be handing out some new learning packets, and that's going to get you through to the end of the school year. So here's a surprise a little bit. I'm hoping we shared with your parents the schedule for picking up packets next week, and we're really hoping that you can ride along with them so you can roll down your window and give us all a friendly wave. A lot of your teachers are going to be spread out in the front loop. We're going to practice that social distancing. We will have masks on, again, not to be scary, but we don't want to spread any germs. And we're going to be handing you out your packets of learning through the end of the school year. But also we're hoping you return to us any library books that you have, any book bags that you have, maybe reading bags. And then for any of you that left some personal belongings in your classroom, we're also going to give those back to you. So we hope that you can ride along with your parents and see some friendly waves. Teachers miss you, I miss you, and it's always great to see your faces. So if by any chance you're able to do so, we would love that. Now, on to reading a book. This week I want to thank Miss Balta, who was in visiting yesterday, and she gave me a few great book selections from her room. So boys and girls, from Miss Balta's room, if you've already heard this story, hopefully you'll enjoy it a second time, because we all know how enjoyable that is to read stories over and over. This is a story called Archie, Sloth to the Rescue, and it's written and illustrated by Heath Mackenzie. A sloth is a mammal. They are related to anteaters and armadillos, and I'm actually going to show you a picture of a sloth. They're cute because they kind of look like they have a smile on their face, if you can see that. And here I have a woman who's holding 3 sloths, so you can kind of get the idea of how big they are if you've never seen one. But so we know a sloth is a mammal, but a sloth can also mean lazy. And you'll notice by our story that sloths don't really like to move too quick. And then I'm going to share some interesting facts about them. But this is a cute story. Archie, Sloth to the Rescue, again by Heath Mackenzie. And he dedicated this book for Ava and Oscar, both definitely not sloths. It's widely known that sloths like to sloth all day and all night. Well, most sloths, that is. You notice there's one sloth that stands out a little bit in the book. That's Archie. Archie was a sloth, but while all the other sloths like to sloth and flop and snooze and sloth about, Archie liked to leap and swing. He liked to juggle and jump. He liked to move and groove. Take a look at how active Archie is. But he was the only one. Archie wished his friends would join in. Archie tried this. He's tickling another sloth under his arm to try to get him to move. And he tried that, pouring some liquid in another one's mouth. And even that, look, it looks like he tied some puppet strings on to try to help them move. Until one day, "Stop it," snapped his friends. "We're happy to just sloth in a pile every day. If you don't like that, you should just go away." Archie didn't need to be told twice. Looks like he's going away. In the deepest, darkest corner of the jungle, Archie found that he wasn't alone. Yet no other sloths, he was still very lonely. Look at the friends he ran into. Looks like we have a horse, an elephant, a giraffe. We have our sloth. And it looks like a hyena too. Why, Archie wondered aloud, why can't I be a sloth that doesn't like to sloth? Is it so bad to leap and swing and dance about, not to mention juggle and jump and prance about? What's so bad about being different? Nothing that I can see, said Hippo, who loved to climb. I never lose a limbo competition, said Giraffe. I never get lost in the herd, said Zebra. And the herd never loses me. I see nothing funny about being different. Or about anything at all, said Hyena. Why not just head back to your pack, said Baby Elephant. I'm sure they're probably missing you. Maybe they are, pondered Archie. Let's see all his friends. So, slightly nervously, Archie made his way home. However, it seemed that someone else had decided to pay the sloths a visit too. There's a clue. I wonder what that is. A tiger, thought Archie. A regular, hungry, sloth-eating tiger? Oh dear, drawled one sloth. A tiger, yawned another. Just eat us gently. I don't think so. And Archie swung and he cried as he leapt into action. He bounced, he flung, he juggled, he jumped. Frankly, Archie just got a little bit carried away. Wow. He went in to save the day. Oh, Archie, came a voice from the bottom of the sloth pile. You're our hero. Hooray for Archie, the sloths cried weakly, hoisting Archie up a bit. Look at how happy they are that Archie saved them. Archie was a sloth who did not like to sloth, which was very, very fortunate indeed. The end. So I hope you like that story. Sloths are really kind of cute. As I said, they're mammals, and they're related to anteaters and armadillos. They live in the trees, and they're from the jungles of Central and South America. A sloth's body is usually about 22 inches, and skeletons of now extinct species of sloth suggest that some varieties used to be as large as elephants. So you saw that picture where I showed the woman who had 3 sloths, about 22 inches, almost 2 feet. They used to be as big as elephants, so that's crazy to think about that. So sloths mainly eat tree buds and leaves, and some of the two-toed sloths eat insects, small reptiles, and birds. Sloths have a 4-part stomach that very, very slowly digests the tough leaves they eat. It can sometimes take up to a month for them to digest one meal. Digesting this diet means a sloth has very little energy left to move around, making it one of the slowest moving animals in the world. Sloths can move along the ground at just 6 feet per per minute. So think about that. Think about probably your dad might be close to 6 feet tall. It takes a minute to walk 6 feet. Sloths can extend their tongues 10 to 12 inches out of their mouth. That's kind of a long way when you think about it. 12 inches is a foot. Sloth has very long, sharp, and strong claws that they use to hold on to those tree branches. And they also use their claws as a defense against their predators. Sloths usually only leave the tree they live in to go to the toilet once a week on the ground. This is when they're most vulnerable to be attacked by their predators, and their main predators are jaguars and snakes. Wow. It used to be thought that sloths slept for 15 or 20 hours a day. Remember, there's only 24 hours in a day, but now they believe they only sleep around 10 hours a day. So those are some interesting facts about a sloth. And in the wild, sloths live an average of 10 to 15 years, and when they're in captivity, they can live over 30 years. So that's the end of my story for this week. Again, I hope that you are able to travel with your parents to the school next week to pick up your last part of your learning packets. School ends for you a little bit earlier this year. It's on June 12th, and that's because if you remember when we were let out over the spring break, we continued to do distance learning. So we're going to finish up school a little bit earlier this year. We miss you very, very much, and we do look forward to seeing you back at school in the fall. So Mrs. Tatro is going to sign off by giving you a big virtual hug and tell you to get out and enjoy that warm weather and keep up with your studies. Keep turning in those 3 assignments a week. We've just got a few weeks left, all right? And thank your teacher. Maybe thank your teacher, meaning both your classroom teacher and whoever's helping teach at home, all right? Guys, take care. See you, boys and girls. See you next week.